times I want now, from now on, I'm going to think of something clever to say before you say, okay, we need to be quiet. Take this moment of silence for all the chocolate I have not eaten yet. All the missed opportunities of dessert.
Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip, and this is my gorgeous wife,
Heather. Oh, I'm supposed to say my name. Hi, I'm Heather, Phil's wife, as he stated.
This is why I love her.
What? Okay.
Today we're doing something a little different. This video is about our 10x10 challenge that we're doing. For those of you who don't know, a 10x10 challenge is where you pick 10 games from your collection and you give yourself a year to play it 10 times or whatever section of time that you so desire. We're just going to choose a year because that's 100 games. That's pretty decent for us, and that still gives us plenty of time to try other games as well as these 10. Some of our criteria for picking these is we're both very busy and we look for short games that take somewhere in the neighborhood of an hour or less.
Short and fun games, not just short games because we want to play a game, but fun games that we like.
Yes.
And enjoy.
And challenge us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a couple, three solely 2-player games in here, and a bunch that, actually one that is not supposed to be played 2-player, but we make it play 2-player.
Yeah, because we like it.
And a whole different plethora of game types as well. We're going to cut right into it. First up, we have Corsa. Corsa is a racing game that simulates not the race, but the act of passing in races. And it's done by playing cards and getting a card greater than your opponent as you try and pass them. The game, a hand of the race lasts until one player runs out of cards. Everybody starts with 13, and it can vary by how many cards you have left at the end of the game, depending on how many people you try and pass and how many people try and pass you. It's a very pretty game. He purposely designed it to have a very minimalistic art from the promotional art on like 50s and 60s Italian racing.
It's very pretty.
Yes.
Oh, my turn.
Your turn.
My first choice of a game is Railroad Inc. because I like it. It's roll and write where you're connecting towns by highways and rails.
Yep.
To get the highest score. So really straightforward, but still challenging. Roll your dice kind of game and roll and write. Yeah. Roll and write is what it's called.
This one is we're both artists, so it's really fun for us
to draw. I think that's my problem. I focus on drawing the roads and making them like my highways and everything connect and look so pretty, while his just looks like a jumbled mess. But he still wins every time, and I don't.
And this is this game, besides Settlers of Catan, has probably seen the most play.
Yes.
Partially because we can easily play it in, like, we have a dice tray. You can have it in your lap, so we play it in bed.
Yeah, we'll sit there. We go to bed and we're like, let's play a game.
Yep.
And then
it can be played right there for us.
It's fun.
It's great fun.
Next one.
Next up, since we just mentioned it, I have Settlers of Catan, the base game. Now, this is not a two-player game. I have found rules that modify it to be a two-player game. And we have a ton of fun with it. I don't really care what other people say. It's still a very valid game in my opinion. It gets a lot of hate because it's kind of gone very mainstream popular.
Yeah. It's still a really good game. I don't know. I like it. I like the way that we play it.
Yep. And as long as you mitigate your dice, the rolls of the dice as best you can, you usually are very competitive all the way through. But sometimes you can't, and sometimes no matter how perfect of a game you play, you're just not going to win. And that's what frustrates a lot of people. So yeah, Catan is that choice.
Another one.
Yep.
What is that, third on the list?
That would be third on the list.
Next would be
fourth on the list.
Spirits.
Not fifth, fourth.
The Wild. I said next. I didn't say fifth. I said next.
Oh, you did. Okay. I'm messing.
Spirit of the Wild, and you randomly bought this on clearance?
Picked it up on clearance from Target
for like $7,
and we've played a lot of that one too.
Didn't you gift this to me for like my birthday or something?
I did.
You did, and I was like, really, a game?
And
games are your thing. Why did you give this to me?
And it was. It was a side gift. I get you something you actually liked as well as that.
I don't remember. Anyway, I just remember there being a game and going, thanks, baby. Thanks. This is so nice.
It is a very great two-player game where you're drawing stones and placing stones out on the bowl, out in a bowl for everybody to grab from, and then you're moving them to your board to appease the spirits.
Yeah.
The game is also very terrifying because once 5 of the opalescent color stones hit the table, like are out of the bag, the game is instantly over. So it could be over in 3 rolls. It could be over like when the whole bag is gone, basically. But it is extremely terrifying. Now, Mattel made this game, and I was not expecting the component quality of the game that is there. It is fabulous, it is simple, and it is just pretty.
It's very pretty. I like it. The artwork is very nice. The gameplay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. The gameplay.
The gameplay between us is fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one I don't win very often either.
Yeah. Squadro is a game we just picked up at Gen Con this year. It is a French game, actually, by Gigamech, who produced it. You are trying to get 4 of your 5 boats across the board and back before your opponent can.
Which sounds easy, but it's not.
Mainly because your pieces are trying to cross paths with their pieces, and if they jump you go back and have to start over. And it becomes a real puzzler and a brain burner as you
shuffle your pieces
and force your opponent to make bad choices.
Yeah.
Great game. Another one where the component quality is just top notch. And I look forward to actually getting that out at least 10 times this year. So
yeah, we haven't played that one very much yet.
Yep.
So, still, yes. My turn?
Yep, your turn.
Again. There's this one. We don't have a box for it.
We have lost the box because the box
was crap. Anyway.
It was flawed. They did it so they could display the blocks prominently out of the box. Unfortunately, what that did is make it unusable or unsavable after you open the game. And it kind of stink.
You put these in there and it just...
Yep.
Whatever. Anyway. Moving on. What is this one about?
This one is... Deblockle is...
Deblockle is the name.
You are trying to get your pieces star side, so you can roll it star side up onto your opponent's side of the board and then remove your piece from the board. Each side has its own special ability of what it can do, and you're using that to get around the board as quickly as you can. So it's another good thinky game, and you're almost playing solo, two people playing solo on the same board. It's kind of what it feels like, because you're not really messing with each other. I mean, you can block each other, but for the most part, your best bet is just to try and get yourself to the other side as efficiently as you can.
Efficiently, yeah, and as fast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
why don't you go?
It's a good game. Why? All right. This one's heavy.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot to it. Well, you also have an expansion in there, don't you?
Well, it's the minis. There's a lot of plastic in that box.
Yes. My little size. We picked this up at Gen Con this year too, right?
Technically, yes. Well, I used money I had for games at Gen Con to purchase it.
Anyway, it's a really good game.
My Little Scythe.
Another good game that we like.
Takes what is great about the full base game of Scythe and really reduces it down and forces you to plan out ahead for your actions and removes the confusion of your top row, always your top row, sometimes your bottom row when you can, and there's just less to track, but it still keeps that feel of plan everything in advance and you will win. Like, you can map all your stuff out like you want to. I thoroughly enjoy it. I would have to play the full game of Scythe more to see if I actually like one or the other, but right now I would play My Little Scythe against anybody, any age.
Any age.
Any age. I mean, it's aimed at kids, but it's
Sorry,
good enough for everything.
It almost sounded threatening, like play anybody, anytime,
any age.
Any age.
Bring it on, 3-year-olds. Bring it on. And grandpa and grandma.
And grandpa and grandma.
Number 8 on the list. Yes.
8?
Yes, 8.
Oh, right.
We don't have
8.
one box.
One box is missing.
Please give me my game.
Please.
Cigarata is a dice placement pattern building game that Heather beats me at because she's better at pattern recognition and building than I am. Doesn't matter the dice, it's because of her ability to see a pattern and create it.
You've won this game.
I have won it, but you've actually won this game more than I have in the number of times we've played it.
Yeah, and it's dealing with colors and patterns.
Yeah.
It's just
your brain functions that way.
Is like, ooh, colors and patterns.
In Cigarata, you're rolling, what is it? For 2 players, it's 5 dice. And then you're choosing you're drafting them and either placing it by the color or by numbers or on your board that has restrictions on where you can place stuff. It is fabulous. It is fun. It is pretty.
It is pretty.
And it's a great puzzle, which we both love to try and figure out puzzles as we go.
Next.
Number 9. Do you want help lifting it up?
This is another game that I absolutely love. I picked this game up. I found it, picked it out, and picked it up all by myself.
Yep.
So I'm proud of this game. It's Beast of Balance. What you're trying to do is build on
It is a
weighted
dexterity balancing game, much in the vein of Jenga.
Game. Yes. But you have these awesome animals that stack.
That you are placing them on it's app driven as well, and they're all weighted, so when you scan it into the pillth and then stack it on top, it knows that you put that piece on it. It is we've played this a lot, and our kids have played it a lot.
Oh, our kids love this game too.
They actually set the high score. Little buggers.
They broke not broke it, but like they broke the high score by playing
using
all
the big
of the legendary characters and then crossing those characters, and then it was ridiculous after that. So yep. Something we probably would have never done had we
not had kids playing
not
it with us.
Kids, because we like to play fair most
or
of the time.
Try to play fair and not break games.
Yeah. So
the last game that is not here, we are going to put basically a blind game on here, is Project L by Boardculator. Boardcubator. That's what it is. They're a Czech company, which is my primary heritage. It is a polyomino puzzle-solving game that feels a little bit like Tetris, as you're fitting pieces into your puzzles, and as the game goes, you're picking up more and more pieces as you solve puzzles, so the game speeds up on how fast you can solve each new puzzle. It does have very clean and simple rules. The box that I got has a very nice storage system, so it's easy to pop in and out of the box from what I can see. And it has everything I've seen is top-notch component quality. So I can't complain. I look forward to getting this one here hopefully in the next week or so. They're mean. They're not processing very fast.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
It's only one of the 30 games you have out there. No.
There's only
like 20.
10.
Mm-mm.
10.
There were 11 last I checked.
10. One came in from then.
Oh, one has come in since I last checked.
And I have a shipping notice for another one. So that number's dropping fast.
But you just got another one like last week. You pledged for another one last week.
Those are expansions. They don't qualify.
It's still Kickstarter, and you're going to be...
We are now off track and running fast. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like and subscribe, so that way we know you like this and want more content like this. Hit the follow button as well. Go find us on Facebook and Twitter. Discord. We have a private Discord server. If you want in, you got to go to Patreon. I love her. I cannot neglect insurance money. I love her.
What did I do?
Go to Patreon, and for $1 gets you into our private Discord, where we have a top-notch community growing, and they're amazing. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.